Precious. Just stop process.
No, you can't let something go on.
Okay, I'm still looking for it though.
What's this one? Who asked you?
Is this not in this blue bag? Or
It is
should
there.
it be different?
Go, buddy, let's go. Don't worry.
No, I can't see it. I want to check it.
No, I need to stop.
Can I check this?
Oh, it's a lovely, lovely morning on the Vintage Talk Show with the Page and friends. Wherever you are listening to us, welcome. Welcome. We hope you'll have a rollicking time with us this morning. It's a great day, and I'm excited. My name is Femi Akintunde-Johnson. My friends call me Faj. The camera. Okay, the signs are good that today will be lovely because I have a lovely, lovely lady beside me, and a legal practitioner, and short of running into trouble trying to find adjectives, so introduce her. Good morning, Moyo Oluwatamilore.
Morning, good morning, good morning. Very happy to be here today. Don't even know why, but at least I'm happy.
As the spirit is contagious. We are lovely. We seem to be in sync today.
Yeah, in good spirits, both of us.
I'm hoping that will sustain till the end of the show.
When we start reading Niger trends and the problems with this country.
Yeah. Okay, as usual on the Vintage Talk Show, we'll continue to speak truth to power and shine light on dark sports. So we start off with a quote for the week, an interesting one from Zimbabwe. A saying from Zimbabwe says, "The axe forgets, but the tree remembers." The one that does the cutting, tearing, killing, easily forget. Will easily forget. But the person that suffers the impact of the cutting, the tearing, the beating can never forget. Like our own people will say, the one that defecates easily forgets. Is the one that packs it that will remember. That will remember for a long time. You wake up sometimes, especially in the rural areas where pools are always everywhere and all that.
And you don't pack your own.
People come, some people just come, your entrance, maybe they were pressed and all that. They just make the deposits.
What do you mean? At your entrance?
At your entrance. Or near your entrance, somewhere.
That cannot be real.
It is real. It happens. Even it used to happen in Lagos. No, then let me go back into some monkey side of life.
I've read it. I've read stories.
Stories like that. Yeah, people do things. They did things. So, but we thank God for now. In Lagos, if they see you defecating even inside gutter in public place, it's jail. They are very serious about that. And thank you to Tokunbo Wahab for your brilliant effort keeping the environment in Lagos clean. Attempting to do so. Oh my! Don't let me remember.
I feel like I read.
Okay, nobody's. Okay, now we're moving on to knowledge boosters. We'll fact check some of the stuff you might have heard or read. Like, did you know? Let me get back to this. There's some. Okay. Did you know that intelligence is not fixed at birth? I used to think so. Actually,
I feel like we were speaking about it earlier this morning. I feel like that's untrue. It cannot be true. So how do you get the intelligence? Is it by like learning or something? Because there are people in a class. There are like 50 people in a class, right? And all of them will be learning the same subject. But some people pick it more than others.
In fact, I used to say, no wonder that child or that man or that woman is this way. It's because the parents are
Also that
this
way.
way and all that. You used to have that kind of simplistic thinking. You don't say it out there anyway. That would be pretty rude. But this is what the fact checker says. It says it is false.
I disagree with the fact checker. The fact checker is false.
Here the explanation first now.
Okay.
Is that intelligence is not fixed at birth. While genetics play a role, research shows that intelligence develops over time and is shaped by education, environment, nutrition, stimulation, and experience. The brain has neuroplasticity, the ability to grow, adapt, and form new connections throughout life. So, learning, practice, and exposure to new challenges can significantly improve cognitive abilities. So, rather than being fixed, intelligence is dynamic and can be developed over time. So, there's hope. If your parents are not intelligent,
why did you go there?
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking generally. If your parents are not intelligent, you think they are not, there's hope. All you need is take care of the child, give him proper education, give him proper food.
There are some people that no matter
make
what
the environment no.
No matter how much food you give the person, no matter how much education,
well-balanced food.
Give well-balanced.
Give education. Treat the person well. Show love.
To be honest, who needs intelligence anyways? Is it that much of a necessity? If you can cross the road by yourself, if you can do 5 + 7,
I believe you are intelligent.
And there is ChatGPT involved.
I believe you are intelligent.
Or one of those AI.
Your certificates show it. So
excuse me.
And so I will not. I'm not taking away anything from your parents, genetics and all that.
What are you about to say?
But you must have been fed some of these things. You are given nice experience, good stimulation, good nutrition.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking of people.
Now you have grown up, all grown. You now want to challenge it and say maybe.
I don't. First of all,
choose to be a dullard.
First of all, there's a supposition that I'm intelligent. What makes you think that I'm intelligent?
Because you are first class from law school.
Doesn't mean that doesn't strike as. Sometimes it's just consistent reading. It's not.
Look at this one.
Maybe that's even what he's talking about. Yeah, maybe that's a factor of not genetics. Maybe it's a factor of nutrition.
Environment.
I also know some people that they have all the opportunities granted to people in society, and their brain is still not. I'm not saying that that's what I'm saying. It's not a bad thing.
When you
can
give me information, I will tell you what is missing in this list, because there could be education and there's no good environment. There could be nutrition and the experience is bad. There could be.
But genetics has played a factor.
No.
And that's what I'm saying. It happens. Not all of us have the same level of intelligence, and it's fine.
There's nothing absolute in life.
Yeah.
So I can't say definitively that you are wrong or you are right.
I like that landing.
So it's okay. There's what they call neuroplasticity. As far as I'm concerned, even as old as I am, I can still be more intelligent. By doing this, by doing that, by reading, by studying, by being careful, by watching people.
I feel like I could do a whole hour on what intelligence is and what can be learned and all of that.
Please, let's go.
But yeah, let's
go before you finish us with the.
I feel like I should go and do all this long form content, just exposition on one particular topic. Nobody will listen to me, but I will do it by myself. At least I will enjoy talking.
At least nobody will listen to you.
I know that nobody will listen to me. Who have time to be expounding on one subject?
Okay. Now that you have started, I don't know whether I should ask you the next question now.
Let me hear.
I wanted to find out what stood out for you during the week. It's something you can encapsulate in 2 minutes.
What stood out for me during the week? I was on leave from work for a majority of the week, and it was not enough, but it was more than I've had in a bit, so it was very restful for me. That stood out for me during this week. In terms of our country, what did not stand out? Everything is standing out in our country. There is no baseline of normal. Everything is wow. Is this really happening? Is this wild? This is so wild. Oh my goodness. So let's just leave it like that.
What stood out for me?
Yes, let me hear.
is on a political plane. There have been
Your favorite means of transport.
there have been insinuations that the president is not in good terms with the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu.
I thought you were going to say that he's not feeling well.
There's been speculation to that effect, which had been denied and all that. Now, when he didn't show up at the inauguration or the commissioning of the Okpebi Link Bridge, which is a spectacular piece linking to Ojota area from this side of Lagos, from Okpebi to Ojota and all that, cutting out the Odoyalaro axis and all that. Fantastic piece of brain work there. When he didn't show up, I suspected maybe the speculation might be true, that what's making, and it was in Lagos. The president was in Lagos, and he said it was one of these aides, Dari, said he was taking briefs, security briefs. What kind of security briefs are you taking? When you cannot take even on the helicopter ride, hop over from Bondilon to Okpebi, read the briefs, take about 15-20 minutes to walk around this place, see this and make noise and all that, and say some stuff, and then go back to your work. I just learned their politics. And for all we care, maybe there's nothing.
Yeah.
The guy is just busy,
Yeah, I was just thinking of the life of a president. I can't imagine like the day-to-day like work life of a president.
The one that stumps me most times is it appears as if government officials or major government officials, especially elected officials and their aides, that they don't have much work to do. If the president is traveling from Abuja, the Abuja airport, Nnamdi Azikiwe, you will see governors from Lagos, from Osun, from Ogun, from this and that, going to say bye-bye to him. That for instance, if it's a state visit, maybe it's going to UK or you're going to Italy, they will say bye-bye to him at Kenya. Then they will run ahead of him. Are you serious? Some of them will fly ahead of him to stay at the airport at the other end to no. He always makes me laugh. I said, God, do not put me in this position. I'll be looking.
I know that if you were there, you would be secretly, you'd be like,
I'm not going. They will sack me. They will
definitely sack you. You will not be able to keep your. You will not be able to keep it in your mind. I won't be able to. You will say something.
They will be there to say bye bye. Then they will be there to say welcome.
To their face, you will call them sycophants. You will do it.
It's not only sycophantic. It's joblessness. Anyway, we'll take a short break and come back. This song I'm playing, it's not to insinuate. It's not a slide on you. It's called Big Head. It's not.
If you didn't put all that pretext there, I may not have thought so. But now I definitely think so.
You don't have big head now.
I have been called that several times enough that it's hurtful.
They are wrong. This is called Big Head by Wale featuring Odumodu Black.
If Odumodu Black is there, I hope it's the same big head, normal big head that we're talking about.
I don't know.
Let's do.
I don't know. This is my first time of playing it. I mean, that's my disclaimer. This is my first time of playing it. I don't know who put it here. Oh my. Is it maybe I'm not that kind of big head? Oh, it may not be. It may not be. What other big head again?
I don't know. That's it. Bosun.
So far, so good.
So far.
They have blipped up something, so. BNXN is a Nigerian artist, right?
Buju Benson.
Okay. Get ready with entertainment news.
Okay.
Black Sheriff is in Nigeria.
Mi ò gbọ́ rí. Black Sheriff, that definitely sounds like a Nigerian. You are pronouncing it properly. How will I know? You say Sheriff.
Sheriff.
Black Sheriff. There's one F.
Is one F, yeah?
The Ghanaian singer and rapper.
Okay, what about Molly? Moliy.
Ghanaian American singer and songwriter.
Okay, what about Stars? SARZ.
Stars is Nigerian.
Okay,
Stars on the beat.
What about Sierra? Sierra is American. I think.
Yes.
What about Chella?
Spell?
CHELLA.
Nigerian.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes, we are. The number they can text and call on.
Yeah. I don't want much comment in
Okay.
entertainment.
Any reason?
No reason. Okay, I can tell. Why is it not coming on?
Maybe you have to press longer. Or maybe it's the side.
Let me launch. Welcome back. That was Big Head. Wale featuring Odumodu Black. Beyond the blips. We didn't see anything, Abby. We didn't hear anything.
Yeah. I was expecting much more.
But I mean, thank God for cleaners. It's been washed. It's been washed clean.
I don't know. There's some. I don't know if it's just my idea of him or if it's real, but there's some Odumodu Black songs that this radio cannot contain. The blip cannot do work. You will hear zero lyrics.
They will just drop this and like, just let it go.
And
Not meant for
sometimes the
radio.
bleep, I don't think the bleep can even handle like expletives in Nigerian languages, can it?
I think it can.
Yeah, okay.
I think it can. I don't think it's automatic. I think they listen to it and do it one by one
Wow,
after the
thank
other.
you for your service.
Okay, we are back on entertainment news. This is updates from our Nigerian entertainment scene within the past 1 week. Our comments and our reactions to them. You can share your thoughts also with us as we go along. The number to call is 0913 697 3485. And you wish to send SMS, or I'm sorry, WhatsApp. The number is 0810 713 7559. 0810 713 7559. While the call line is 0913 697 3485. That's it. And Moyo is still here. We have entertainment news. How do we start?
I'll start with the Kid Henshaw story.
Go ahead.
Okay. Actress Kate Henshaw has condemned the rising trend of gate crashing at social events, describing it as disrespectful and lacking self worth. In a recent video on Instagram, she criticized both uninvited guests and those who extend invitations without the host's consent. Henshaw stressed that events require planning and intention, urging people to respect boundaries and show consideration. She advised that self respect begins with knowing where one is welcome and avoiding places where one is not invited.
You read it like someone whose parties have been get crashed a number of times.
I understand which party did I throw that anybody can get crashed. I wish I had people that will attend a party that can be get crashed. This advice is not meant for me.
The idea is
But I feel what she's saying because I know when people speak to me, I'm using face to say it, I'm using mouth to say that, bro, sis, don't have this conversation with me. You are not welcome in this conversation. And they're having that. So, but this party on me, I don't know. Although I have been in parties of family members where they are worried that he has ballooned from like 200 people to like 400 and they're struggling to feed. Like I remember that time that the drums in the back of, I can't remember where, the drums that they had provided for the drinks, the drums, they were like 4 or 5 drums, and that was based on expectation of maybe like 250 or 200 people will come, and by the middle of the party, the thing was already done for. It was not to middle. I think it was like 1 hour in. So I understand that it happens.
Yeah.
It's just
we used to call it Mogbomoya.
The people that are supposed to listen to this thing will not listen.
We used to call it Mogbomoya. They just hear about it and branch to have it's now I believe it's now worsened because of the economic crunch.
Yeah.
People now they look for free food, free drinks and all that, and also because the ease of communication made it. I mean, usually people send e-invites, and it's shareable. Some could just send to friends, or you change your phone or something, or somebody hijacks your phone and begins to go on a trolley and all that.
Although I have this fantasy.
It's not right.
Yeah, barring the fact that I'm not welcome there, I have this fantasy that I'll have the courage one day to gate crash a party that I'm uninvited to, just to test my bravado. I will just go there.
Bravado is
just once. I want to get crash a party.
Even the ones they've invited me to, I've not had the time to.
I'm not you. I want to get crash one, just one in my lifetime.
No, I don't like it. I don't. It's there's no sense of self-worth or self-respect.
I'm telling you, my own dream.
Don't look for something to do bravado or not something that will cause you immense embarrassment.
If you can take embarrassment, I feel like that's it. If you can take embarrassment and cringe at yourself and experience it and live to fight another day, I feel like that's a good test.
There's a sense of self-humiliation when you desire.
That's the reason I don't do such things. That's the humiliation I feel. Like, when you avoid doing things because you don't want to be embarrassed. But I want to embarrass myself outside.
You want to taste embarrassment.
I want to put myself in the situation.
Be careful what you say, because angels are passing. They
no.
And the embarrassment you now get will overwhelm you, And you say, why did I do this? You begin to blame yourself.
Yo, Angel, I don't mean it that way. You understand what I'm trying to say? All right, please.
Okay, Angel.
I just want to test my bravado. I don't want to be embarrassed. I just want to know that I tried to do something difficult and I did it. All right.
Please. Well, let's go ahead.
Yes.
Give us Saheed Osupa's take.
Okay. Fuji musician Saheed Osupa has stirred debates. Everybody will be debating over what? Has stirred debates after openly admitting he engages in traditional spiritual practices to enhance his life and career. Speaking at a public event, he described such practices as tools for focus and personal growth, not wrongdoing. Osupa said he sees nothing wrong in openly embracing what others practice privately, adding that success requires both effort and belief systems. His remarks have triggered mixed reactions across the entertainment space.
Well,
do you know that in that entertainment space or in any way, if I drop a pin, somebody will have a comment about it?
Of course.
If I say that I want to eat food now, there's going to come up, oh my gosh,
of course,
it's 7 o'clock in the morning. How can you be eating rice or cornflakes?
No, the weird one is write a number 1 or 2 or A or B, anything you write. Somebody will say something. Somebody say something. It's an interesting application. Saheed Osupa, it's okay.
I'm happy for you.
Whatever you find your hand doing, do it well. And it says he uses it for his own self growth and all that. So far, he's not using it to harm somebody else or to endanger people's life or the environment. It's okay. I don't know why they're hiding it. I come out of it. You will be ashamed of it. The other day, earlier this week too, or during the week after Saheed's exposure, I think it's what's his name now? Nice. And said he has been Babalawo for about 18 years or thereabout.
He himself?
Yes.
Really?
And he just didn't tell anybody.
Wait, when he said Babalawo, does it mean like Baba Alao? Like, what is the direct translation of Babalawo, Sef? Babalawo, owner of plates?
The father or the
what's the medicine man in Yoruba? No, I've forgotten. Does he just mean that?
They say Onishegun.
Oh, that one sounds even kind more powerful.
Babalawo kind of.
That one sounds like.
Awo has to do with the couples.
So does it mean like the original couples one, like the Ifa couples kind of Babalawo?
Yes, the father. I mean, that means the owner. No, not really owner. The organizer or the leader or the
that one is interesting,
executive of the Ifa couples. What is interesting there? I think it just meant that he does herbal stuff and all that, and he can do divination and all that. I don't know why they're hiding. You say it, you could see from his songs that's deeply rooted in Yoruba mythology and.
You say you don't know why they're hiding it.
I don't know why you're hiding.
I agree with it on a thought level, but if somebody come and sit beside me now, right, in this radio station with me, and the person, and the person starts speaking with this mic, and for 5 minutes they're speaking incantation. You may never be incantation; they're just speaking deep Yoruba, and in my mind I'll start getting scared because I don't understand. So the fear.
No, it's like a Christian speaking in tongues.
That's how it should be. Like mentally, I understand that. That's how I also feel, but. I just feel like just based on fear, I will just react very differently. I really hope I don't.
Okay. Anyway, good for Saheed. You can't. I mean, it's a personal thing. So what you choose is what you choose.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, let's go on to next story. This fracas between Burna Boy and someone called DJ.
No, it's a DJ body, like in general, like DJ association.
No, it started with a chap supposedly beat up DJ something.
Why did I want to laugh at that statement?
Okay, let's go on.
Oh, Burna. Confusion has trailed reports of a ban on Burna Boy's music following an alleged altercation with a disc jockey in Lagos. While one DJ group initially called for a temporary boycott pending investigation, the DJs Association of Nigeria has dismissed the claim, describing it as false and misleading. The body stated clearly that no official ban exists and urged the public to allow due process as investigations into the incident continues.
Okay, the guy he allegedly beat up was called DJ Tunes. I think his real name is Michael Babatunde Adeyinka. Somewhere in a party, the Obi's house, they call it Obi's
Was
place.
this in December?
No, it was this week.
He
Was
beat-
this? Yes, this either Sunday or Monday or what that about?
I don't actually know what happened, but I don't say 100% believe.
And
It's
they
feasible.
claim that it brought like a squad of 10 people and to beat him. So because I read some of his texts, they say 1 versus 10, and Bonner denied that. No,
Okay,
it was
that one seems.
it was the only one that gave him some slaps. How do you admit in public that you slap somebody?
You know, there was a
beats
story.
Beats me
For
Bonner.
People have audacity. Outside of Bernard's, the people have audacity. If you, I don't know how to explain it. People lie, and they lie. Let me see if I can paint this scenario properly. This girl was talking to her boyfriend. She had caught him like cheating on somebody or cheating on her, and she asked him that, "Oh, I caught you." Blah, blah, blah. The guy said, "No, I tried." This was from a podcast I was listening to.
I said I tried as well.
I tried to cheat. It didn't happen. So
Okay.
that just made me think of the audacity of him coming out to say that no, it's not 10 people that
It's just me.
I actually just me that hate one.
It's just me. I just gave you 2 slaps and all that. I think there's an underlying
story.
Yes, the undercurrents of tensions between him and Whiskey. I think that DJ Tunes is in the camp of Whiskey.
Is in the camp. What do you mean?
They have camp. They have is it Wheezy FC and the Bola Boy. They have their own. They have their own camp. Davido has his own something
and
about
never led to beating
OBO something nice.
Hey, but if you are the leader of a camp, why will you not go and beat the owner of the camp? Not
no. Like we were saying. He said, I think Wiz tweeted some nasty statements that went up like 90 something million or 9 million or something like that.
Views. It's like I don't understand it.
And it was like so when I beat you, your guys only tweeting. Why can't you come and fight me? You know, it was
I don't.
They're very childish, very like children fighting over. You know,
that is so entertaining.
You know, it's at least they're only slapping here. They're only beating and slapping. Abroad, they shoot each other. All these rappers, they shoot each other. They kill each other and all that stuff. So it hasn't escalated that. See, the bottom line, let's be respectful of this space. You are fortunate that you are doing well. The world is at your feet. You are having a ball. You are making a great ton of money and all that. Listen or not, you know, music is music like football. It's a phase. Sometimes it goes off, it comes back, or it doesn't. It doesn't come back at all. So while at it, be responsible, be resourceful, be adaptable, and above all, leave a legacy that's worth living or worth admiring. You know, that's all we have for them. So they said it's a lie. The DJ association is not. I think he went 2 days ago to a club, and they showed him bouncing. That's Bonabo. Bouncing to the music. They were playing his music, so they confirmed that he's not been banned and all that. But you don't need all that. Just be civil. Be normal. Be normal. I mean, life the greatest artist in the world, dead or alive, I believe, Michael Jackson. You don't see him fighting all over the club. He has his own demons that he's dealing with and all that by the side. But you don't see him fighting all over, slapping people, beating.
First of all, that's not his personality. But I think Bonner's personality seems more aggressive. So you know, Michael Jackson doesn't.
Fela's personality is aggressive. He doesn't go. He didn't go out beating people up and down and all that. You know,
fair.
You know, fair. You know, except you mess up around this area, they'll deal with you. I know. You know, he can yab, he can do all sorts, but he doesn't go physical and all that. No, it's not right.
I know that I agree with it at all. I don't.
Okay,
Nigerian.
No, this is a sad one.
Okay, Nigerian entertainment has lost a familiar face with the passing of veteran actor Davis Offo. Veteran actor Davis Offo, widely known as Clarence in the classic sitcom Nude Masquerade. His death was announced by colleagues who described him as warm, humorous, and deeply impactful. Offo's portrayal of Clarence made him a household name and a beloved figure across generations. Tributes continue to pour in as fans remember his contribution to television history.
Sadly, this does not resonate with you because I don't think you met him.
There is no statement in here that I understand.
It is sad. sad. That's quite sad. One of the high points of our growing up years in the late 70s, 80s, and even up to 90s and some part of the 2000s. Is Masquerade. Then it transformed into new Masquerade. It was a network program. Then only the NTA was around, and it was all over Nigeria. So when it's a network, it means all across the country. And for 30 minutes or 40 minutes, we will all abandon every house show to listen to or to watch Zebudaya. Zebudaya is the chief.
I've heard of him.
You have heard Chief Zebudaya. Then there's Claros. Claros is one of the his boys, like servants and all that. There's Ovularia, his wife. I think that one is also. Let me. I'm not sure. Then there is Fakoya, very loud-mouthed guy. Jegede Fakoya, and it was a complete some kind of situational comedy. It's so funny, and this Claros. I didn't know he was much older than others and all that. This Clara was a very sneaky fellow, always undermining the second person. I've forgotten his name now, the second assistant and all that. And it was raucous. Every week they gave us something to laugh about.
This smile on your face.
Yeah, you could see. And now he's gone. David is awful. May his soul rest in peace. He was a fantastic. We didn't know him personally as a person. We knew him as an actor, as a very interesting character.
Yeah.
We can only ask for fortitude and sustenance for his family left behind. May his soul rest in peace.
And we thank him for the smiles he
His
gave to
service,
generations.
yes.
I mean, the smile on your face now is really big
several
as you reminisce.
generations. He was interesting guy.
Okay.
Okay, we take another short break and come back for the second part of entertainment news. And let me look for what to play to reflect my mood now. What do you call? What do you call Molly? Molly.
Ghanaian.
It's something Ghanaian. Ghanaian America.
Mm.
Okay. Hmm.
Who's this?
Black Sheriff.
Oh, I know the song.
Sacrifice.
Oh, I don't know his voice rather. It's a very specific sound.
That was Black Sherry Sacrifice. Tamilore, are you ready?
Yeah,
Our next story.
I don't have voice. Okay. A major controversy has erupted around social media personality Blessing CEO, accused of falsifying a cancer diagnosis under another woman's medical report. A cancer survivor alleged that her document was altered and used to solicit public sympathy and donations. Medical authorities have confirmed the report was tampered with. Following public backlash, Blessing CEO has denied having cancer and deactivated her social media accounts as concerns over trust and accountability grow. I heard about this thing during the week from colleagues and people online as well. People were pissed and disheartened that they donated.
My fear is the implication for
Actual people that have
years,
cancer.
the complications that, I mean, what you call, I mean, you already have donation fatigue. Now there will be distrust about the authenticity of some of these claims, and some of these and genuine people will now suffer, being ignored. It's like the crying wolf, fake wolf. You can't wolf. People come out and say, "Yeah, you're joking." You cry again, it's a prank. You cry again. When the wolf now comes and you cry, you say, it must be pranking. Until so it's all sorts of all shades of wrong.
It really is.
All shades of wrong.
But
And I think the law should just take its course to act as a kind of deterrence for others who may have that kind of issue. So let's move on. I think it's just all shades of wrong.
do you know whether that Blessing CEO, like if she goes outside, does she address herself as Blessing CEO or is her like her Instagram handle?
Yeah, she's some kind of relationship expert, or can I mean whatever, and she has become some kind of influencer on social media. So I think off and on they will still call her Blessing CEO. She
I'm
has a
hung up
name.
on the name.
I've seen some of the things she's done in the past, and I don't know. I don't know why the media reports. So anyway, social media, anything can get reported. Yeah,
Okay.
let's go.
All right. Um, disc jockey and producer DJ Neptune has warned that artificial intelligence could disrupt the music production industry. Reacting to emerging trends, he recounted mistaking an AI generated track for a human produced hit. The development highlights growing concerns about authenticity and job security within the industry. While AI tools are becoming more accepted globally, stakeholders continue to debate how far technology should influence creative processes.
Yeah. Well, so the only thing about life is the only thing you can guarantee about life is there's always a change. There's no life is dynamic. Anywhere is dynamic. So you either adapt or you become a data.
In such a fast-paced world, even faster paced than we were in like five,
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see where we'll be gone in 5 years. I want to see what will happen in 5 years, right?
But
And
while
creative
you are
processes.
waiting for that 5 years, arm yourself
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that you can adapt, so that you can maneuver and you don't become a castaway or the
I've not learned
relic.
any new. It's not even before AI even came. I've not learned any new technology skills. Talk less of when AI comes. I'm making some efforts in that regard. Please let's all try and make some efforts
Please do.
towards learning something new for
Please do.
for the present and for the future.
Yes, I work out every day to find out things I can learn, I can improve on my skills in designing this and that.
I do
Even
as
when I
well.
don't have where I'm going to apply it to, I just like to learn. Because when you stop learning, you begin to die.
I don't know why I feel like you're indicting me with the
Metaphorically.
statements.
No, I'm making a general appeal, not specifically attacking you or insinuating. It's just a general appeal.
I
So
think
if it touches on you, you take it in good faith.
uh,
It's called Potopoto Tadno Labata, any Tasilara, Koforijiwa. The Potopoto or whatever it is, the more that you splash with the paddle, it will splash all over the place. So if it touches you, please forgive us. That's what it means.
it's not your fault. I think it's my level of insecurity that's making me think it, to be honest.
It's not my fault. Okay, next story is it's okay. It's of great concern to me.
Jazzville?
Yes,
Oh, I know the place. A historic cultural landmark in Lagos, known for nurturing generations of musicians and performers, is set to shut down as the property changes ownership. The venue, which evolved from a vibrant music hub that's called Jazzville into a creative spiritual space, will host a final commemorative event before demolition. The closure marks the end of an era for a space that played a significant role in shaping Nigeria's entertainment culture and artistic expression.
it's owned, performed, and generated and designed by Majek. We call it Muiwa Majekodumi, and I hope I can convince myself and Madame to show up on the 25th to support him. It was a great place as a young reporter. I used to mark register there virtually every week. You end up at Jazzville. It has this ambience that is iconoclastic. It's like a bohemian kind of a thing, like the roughneck in a nice way. Young people love to hang up there. What people used to call the yuppies. Young, upwardly mobile young people will congregate there. Artists will perform. Even the greatest artists of our time at that time, the Fela Kuti, the children. Uh, uh, Jazz impresario when they come to town. A lot of great artists show up there. I mean, most times is freestyle. They just perform without sometimes without equipment or without their band.
That sounds
They
cool.
it's just like a free, like the unplugged kind of a thing. And it's a laid bare thing. No hang ups about how you dress. I mean, you dress well, but you don't have to dress in a particular way. Drinks are fairly cheap. The ambience is so laid back, so convivial. That's the right word for it. You before you know it, it's morning. So wow, the time is gone.
Oh, so overnight.
Yeah,
That's so
there used to
cool.
be that Majaro Yaba Onike area. 21 Majaro Street. In case you want to go, I'm giving you the address, and it's then it transformed when it became born again Christian, transformed to Praiseville, where the young ministers of the gospel can come and sing in the same fashion, but now less secular. It's the same style, but less secular and more religious toned and all that. And then that went for long. They went into a slump. Then his children grew up. They became what you call the secret place, where they do performative arts, do design works, do photography, and all that. It tries to move with times, evolving and evolving until now they want to overtake the house. They have bought the house. It could be demolished. It could be, but so it has until the end of this month to go. He doesn't even know where to go. So scientists lived there for like 40 years.
Wait, is it a forced demolition?
Nah, no, it's a private ownership kind of a thing. I think somebody bought it over.
Okay.
Maybe it was in the family, but the family now decided that they want to sell it, and he didn't have. He's in the minority, so to speak,
Okay.
and so on the 30, the end of this month, that will be the end of what we call Jazzville, Praiseville, or whatever you may call it. and he's quite nostalgic about it. And I hope uh, former devotees of Jazzville will assemble to support Muyiwa Majakodumi on this 25th of April. And we wish him all the best. One of the most attractive things about him when he was writing to us with press release, the way he will write his press release is always very unique, very avant-garde kind of a thing, very crazy kind of writing that you just laugh when you read it before you use it, and then try and adapt it so that your normal English will be there. He writes, in the way we gist, as we know, talk and all, meta language and all that. He was a fantastic guy, and good luck to him.
He is.
Oh, he is I beg your pardon. Good luck to him. I had his son on this show 2 or 3 years ago, BJ, who lives with Down syndrome, and he was also my Majek was also very crucial in the Down syndrome Nigeria Foundation. He's been very upstanding and a great individual. So all the best, Majek.
Okay. Do we have time for another story? Do we have time for another
Let's
story?
say, I think we can take on the last story. It's
Okay.
also an emotional story.
All right. I may pronounce the Yoruba name wrongly, but Kehinde Adegbodu. Adegbodu
Yes.
has raised concerns after armed robbers attacked his family home shortly after the death of his twin brother. The attackers reportedly targeted the household, believing money from public donations was kept there. The incident has left the family traumatized, especially children who now fear for their safety. Kehinde has appealed for understanding. Kehinde has appealed for understanding, stating that the funds had already been used for burial arrangements and development projects. I don't even know how to feel about that.
It's so sad. The guy had to bring out reports of how monies were spent and all that. If you watch them, like a duo, Taiwo and Kendi, they sing in sync. Virtually all their songs in sync, and they don't miss beats, and the voice is always in sync. It's a very very queer something. And unfortunately, I think a month or two ago, the Taiwo left, and now people are asking where is the rest of the money collected during it's just so wicked and so mindless. I don't know how to describe it. So wherever you are, Kehinde Adegbodu, may God help you and sustain you and protect you and guide you and give you the latitude and the fortitude and the opportunity to continue to carry the legacy that the both of you shared or both of you worked on, so you can finish well. And for those other children of God, may God turn your heart and leave your trade and pursue something else. On that note, we take a short break and come back. Possibly our guest will be in the studio, and then we can talk about life. Life at 70. What does it mean to you for a man who's familiar with the 70s? Are you careful?
Maybe it's not an invent or something.
Hey, check the. Is it on the back? I mean, the waiting room. What did he say? What did he hear?
It's coming also.
So call him back. Just check the passage. Whether he's. I mean, the waiting area. It's hot now. He's not there. Ṣé táwọn lè gbé fóònù náà? Ok, ṣé ká fúlẹ̀? Kò ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́. Hmm? Ok. Hmm? Ó wá tẹ́lẹ̀ but fóònù yẹn kí ni ẹ shut down? No worry, no worry.
or I can just explain.
Show me. Explain to me. I explain to her.
So this switch, air conditioner,
Yeah.
level of air conditioner. So when it's off, like you just turn it off
And on again.
for a while, maybe like 1 minute or
Okay.
50 seconds. Then you turn it back on.
Okay.
And now use the remote
To
put
switch
on.
it off. Okay. So that means when it's doing like that, I first switch it off on the remote.
No.
Because when it's
Just from
when
the
it's
wall.
off, it's still okay. So whatever it is, if it's not working,
Just
switch
come
it off.
to the wall. Yes. We'll
Switch it
the-
a few minutes after.
Yes.
Switch it on.
Yes.
And then put
And
it
then
on
turn it.
here.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what the installer. I don't know what the
It's
installer.
better. It was getting hot.
Sorry, pal. It's the installer that messed up the whole thing. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Well, this is still the Vintage Talk Show. We are moving on. A long lost segment. We used to have it almost several months. We haven't had it. It's called Life Matters. We'll be back with our guest for today. First time this year. Kí ló jẹ́ tún jókòó ń rojọ́ pẹ̀lú wọn bẹ̀rẹ̀? Ìdí bá àwọn òkú ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀.
Nice to see you.
Bàbá lẹ́mí, ẹ bá bàbá ẹ bàbá ẹ.
Right?
Bàbá 70.
Wow. Number 4. Ṣe Zenith Bank níbẹ̀ yẹn. Wọ́n kọ number 4 síbẹ̀ bẹ̀ mo park sí, so mo wá ń kọlẹ̀.
Ṣé ibi tí Zenith Bank lẹ park àbí number 4?
Not this number 4. Once you enter the estate,
On the left.
That's beside the bank.
Wọ́n kọ 4
4
síbẹ̀.
síbẹ̀.
Ibẹ̀ mo wà látẹ̀kọ́.
Bàbá lẹ́mí lè.
Mo ti dé before.
Sorry.
Mo gbàgbé fìlà mi ni o. Fìlà mọ́là ni máa ń dé sí àjọ. So mo ní àgbo gbọ́dọ̀ make time. Mo ti wá kúrò ní estate wa tán. Mo wá rántí mo ní àti bá padà. 5-10 minutes nìyẹn. Wọ́n bọ̀.
This is the mic.
Okay. Famuyiwa and co.
Yeah, I'll go.
They are fine.
She multi.
Of course now.
What do you mean? No.
My
Omolara.
Okay, I have to fill the time because of this. Okay, we are going. We are ready. My boy Anfield, Jekamalo, Festival. And let's talk to our guests coming in for Life Matters, where we speak to people who have made incredible impact in our society. What life stories do they have for us? How life has treated them. Wait for it. This is Live Matters on the Top Radio 90.9 FM, and we are still on the Vintage Talk Show with the Fad and friends. I've known these guests for, wow, I think from 1988 or 89. I've known him, that means like,
89.
yeah, that's like, if my mathematics is right, that would be like
37.
37 years. Wow, wow. So I said, let me do it this way. I will not introduce him as if I know him. I went to AI to ask me, what do you know about this person? And he gave me a long list. And it was so long. He's one of Nigeria's most important visual artists, especially in the intersection of music, culture, and political expression. Now, I'm cherry picking because it's quite long, and it says why he matters. He's globally recognized as the visual architect of Afrobeat, largely because of his historic collaboration with Fela Anikulapo. He designed over 26 iconic albums covers for Fela, created 2,000 album covers across decades, helped define how African music is seen, not just heard. His work did not just decorate music, it interpreted it, challenged power, and amplified protest. Mm. He said he was born early. All the history that he has not told me. I'm hearing some of them say, born in Agege, Lagos, grew up in Oshodi, Fadei area, attended technical secondary school, but did not pursue formal higher education. Completely self-taught artist, driven by curiosity, music, and reading. Was influenced by reggae culture, Pan-African thinkers, and social justice movement. He said, met Fela in 1974 through a journalist. His first portrait of Fela impressed the Afrobeat legend instantly. He became part of Kaluta's creative ecosystem. From there, he translated Fela's lyrics, anger, satire, and politics into visual narratives. Album covers like Zombie and Beast of No Nation became cultural statements. He later described their relationship as a shared ideological mission, not just employment. Now, let me just go. Beyond Fela's work, though known for Afrobeat visuals, known for Afrobeat visuals, I beg your pardon, his reach is extensive, designed for artists like Bob Marley, Lucky Dube, Miriam Makeba, Osita Osadebe, Falls, and Brian Moore. He's a former consulting designer for Polygram Records, worked with EMI, CBS, Kenny's Music, global recognition, nicknamed King of Covers by Observer Music Magazine, featured in Pioneer's list of top global graphic artists. Artwork held in Museum of Modern Art, MoMA in New York. He exhibited internationally across Europe and US. Hey, yeah. Let me go again. Now, this is the word I love most. He said in one line, this is how to describe it. Let me, I've already put it out of Google. Let me just say it. Lemmy Garioko is not just an artist, he's the visual conscience of Afrobeat and one of Africa's most influential cultural illustrators. Welcome to the Vintage Talk Show, Lemmy Garioko. Good morning, Lemmy.
Good morning.
Where's my clap? I have to look for clap. I have to look for clap. Oh.
Good morning, Faj and Ire. Whoa. Whoa. AI. Okay, up AI then.
Yes. Okay, great to see
That was
you.
scary.
I haven't seen you in a long while.
Yes,
And
yeah.
even I got it. Your birthday said was 26th December 1955.
Yeah.
Wow, that nothing can be hidden from me.
I'm telling you. The detail
It's
outstanding.
something that is canny. Wow. Wow. Baba Lemmy. I call him Baba Lemmy normally.
Yeah.
And it's been a great pleasure knowing you. You've been a fantastic
Same here.
friend, collaborator, supporter, and inspirator. And you are here. You don't look 70 at all. Is it that you dye your beard or everything?
Yes.
And one other thing about Baba Lemmy, he doesn't know how to lie. He tells you as it is.
Somebody dyes my hair for me.
Wow. But we thank God for your life. How's it been? Life at 70.
That's it's a very interesting period of my life, but I'm used to it. The dynamics of life come, and I blend it, and that's the way I've survived so far. Yeah, it's a new regime. Now I'm conscious of age. I've never been conscious of age because I believe age is just a number. I'd always felt like a teenager, always. And interestingly, on my 70th birthday, the MC, later I said to him that he must be a witch. The MC was introducing me, and he never met me from nowhere. He was actually improvised. And he said, this man looks so young. Actually, he's 18 years old, but he has 52 years of experience. So if you add it together, that's I just look at myself, yes, and he got it
Exactly.
Yeah, because I always feel like 18, like the moment I met Fela Kuti, that's the way I feel forever. But since, and I never really celebrated my birthdays like that. But the 70th was a big celebration because people insisted, and my new partner insisted also. So we had a party. I was so impressed at the end of the day. But now I've been conscious about 70s. So there's a lot of content on social media and the media itself generally, like on YouTube and so on. So I watch my health. I watch things relating to people from their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. So I'm very conscious now. So every time I'm checking, like the food I eat, exercise. Tai just mentioned when we were coming, he said there's a flight of tears to take. I just smiled. Like, 1 minute she was bouncing, I was bouncing with her. No stress. So that's my present state of mind. And I'm navigating new terms in life.
Well, has your work schedule changed? Because I know when I visit your studio, you're always there working from morning to, I don't know if you now have a rated way to work, the time span you give to your work, the creativity. I know it takes a lot from you, but do you also give that much still, even at this age?
I give much to the thought of my work, but not totally physically like before. So I have assistants, import sometimes when I have particular projects. So they come work with me, I pay them off. Because now I'm in senior citizen category. So I work from home. I have my studio in my house, so I don't have the need to go out often. Sometimes a month I'm not even going nowhere. But by the same token, I'm watching my my health too. So the studio is downstairs. I use computer also. So I have a laptop in my room upstairs. Downstairs I have a PC. Then I have all the paraphernalia of the artist, the paints and so on, the canvas and all. So sometimes I have a project, I lay it out, and I have assistants working the physical aspect. Um, then I'm upstairs. Sometimes I don't even come downstairs the whole day. But upstairs, I'm still building something maybe on the computer. I'm doing, I'm a graphic designer also. Yeah. But I pace it out properly. So I've been enjoying it. It's just a lovely thing entirely. But I've always been a very conscious person, and also I love seeking information. I've always loved information, so I get all the information I need. And the interesting part, yes, right now in recent last few years up to now, that is very exciting for me is, I've been a Pan-Africanist all my life. Before I met Fela, I was prepared for that role. I was born into it, so and that was why Fela and I gelled together so much. That's the frequency where Fela and I aligned 105%. Yeah, the Pan-African thing, the ideological thing, that consciousness about Africa, about our race of people, and how we can help work towards the mental liberation of our people. Because that's where the key issue is with us. Our retrogression, our seemingly inferiority approach to life generally is deriving from mental situation, from colonialism and neocolonialism after physical slavery and so on. So, but we read a lot of books in the 70s, and most people don't read. It was said at some point that white people believe that if you want to hide anything for a black man, just put it in a book. They're not going to read. And yeah, it's typical. So all those years, all the books we're exposed to, directly from Fela, my association with Fela, because Fela loved to read a lot. So introduced me and my friends to a lot of conscious books that dealt with the true history of Africa, the true story, separating the truth and the lie that colonizers have implanted in our mind. From the day we were born. Like my reggae icon Peter Tosh once said when we were talking, he said, that we've been inoculated from day one. The day an African baby is born, inoculation of that mentality starts. All the lies of history and mishistory starts. Civilization and miscivilization, they plant it in our head. Then we go to school. The school is not education, it's miseducation in the real sense. And that's why people like us who became conscious early, we didn't like to deal with the institution of school, even religion too. That's the reason. If you know the history properly, you know why you are not supposed to go in that direction. It's a matrix. And that matrix have done us a big disservice for 400, 500 years now. So, but presently, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have TikTok, we have WhatsApp. I don't like to deal with X or what they call it, or the Twitter or something. From day one, my instinct, I just didn't like that. I have an account, my agent opened one for me, but I didn't like the energy. Until today, I don't go on that platform really, because by nature, I'm not into caustic things. So, but what I'm bringing out is initially TikTok. I see TikTok, it's all bomb, dance, challenges and that. And I say, what's wrong with Africans? It's only just to be dancing. You understand? You're not doing something thoughtful and so on. Then I just left the TikTok. But fast forward a few years later, from like last year, I've been constantly on TikTok. I started seeing different content creators. I'm seeing all the things people like me have been preaching for 50 years. I can see different content creators on TikTok. Like yesterday, somebody, an American, shared a true story about reincarnation. And I was having goosebumps, like, whoa, true practical story. When those people talk about things, it's documented. You can verify. I shared it. my new mentee, she's a 25-year-old girl. She's a Pan-Africanist too. So I've adopted her right now because her parents follow her to come to my place to practice. We did a collaboration, and I said, you are blessed. You have a born Pan-African girl. Yeah, it's not that she was indoctrinated or her. So me and her, we are real serious frequency. So I share some of those content. And last night, she responded to that reincarnation thing. She said she believes in that this is very uncanny. It's a true story. I'll show you so you can. So I just smiled. I said, these are things we've been saying about for years that people just think we are crazy. Then talk about the original African history. Everything is now being exposed. All the lies of Western propaganda, so-called Western miscivilization, all their lies that have been exposed. 3 days ago, there was a content of a Ghanaian king that fought the Belgians, and he killed 2 Belgian soldiers in 171 years ago. Anyway, 171 years ago. So they came with force and destroyed that village and killed him, cut off his head, and put in a jar and took it to Belgium. It was in Belgium for 171 years. They were displaying in the museum. Ghana government just collected the head back to bury. When I shared, people know, because I've been like 15 odd years ago, I've been telling people when I break down history and the whole evil of Western colonization and everywhere that the Western, these so-called people have been, they pollute, they destroy, they take your property from you. At a point, I said, Oyibo Gogon Leshu. People will look at me like, this man is crazy. Lo and behold, yesterday on Your View, there's a program called Your View. I've been watching it for the past 12 years. I love it. Any young lady I meet, I tell them, go and watch Your View. Those are great examples of Nigerian women. About 6 of them, they all stayed here and built up. And every time I say, God bless Morayo Afolabi Brown, because she started that program. She was supposed to have stayed in America like all other siblings, but her dad, Alawa Kabashono, she was the last born. She said when she was leaving, her dad said, you want my father, wow. You understand? And when she finished her uni over there in the US, she wanted to come and she was staying with her older brother. And the brother was looking at her like, what are you going to do in Nigeria? That God-forsaken country. And when she got to the airport, at the last point, the brother still called her, are you sure you are going? So those kind of stories, I love for our young people, not only our young people, anybody who is seeking consciousness and awareness. When you listen to stories and you see examples. So all those ladies on Your View, they have all made progress. I saw them from day one. Like talk about Mark Odije, TMO. Her handle is TMO Speaks. She's a real estate magnate right now. And she used to do makeup. One day, they invited Pastor Emmanuel, forgotten his name. That pastor is big in real estate and so on. And he's big in business, he does business seminars and so on. He's a billionaire. Pastor Olatunde Emmanuel or something like that. He came, and yes, and he talked about real estate. And Tope said, can you mentor me? And Tope got mentored. Within 2 years, Tope started, She has estates of her own now. Every time she comes on the program, she talks about her company, the fight, the land fight with Omonile and all that. And these people travel out of the country on holidays with their whole family. There is BC Ugbo, that's the Igbo on the program. She does natural skin care products. She says, Igbo, she's a big, every year they travel with a whole family of 5. They'll go to like Singapore. Last time they went to Singapore for holiday, they came back and they will talk about it that Nigeria is great. You can make it here and enjoy your life. Don't go and slave elsewhere. So I love that program. Yesterday, they were talking about human behavior. So in the process, They talked about like wickedness and so on. And then Yeni Kuti is also on the program. So she represents us Pan-Africanists and the traditional people who believe in traditional religion. They were talking about Said Otupa. I think you maybe had they discussed that and all that. Long story short, there's a Nima Akasha Dubri on the program. She's the own Muslim. She wears hijab. Yeah. She fought for that role. She talked about it. But what I'm trying to bring out is let's now start talking about colonialism, the effect on us, because from that Said Oshupa story, and they are now saying what's wrong with somebody practicing their own traditional religion. That it's because of colonialism. Even Nima is a Muslim, but she's very open-minded and she's very close to Yenikuti. And she said from Yenikuti she's learned a lot. And lo and behold, he just dropped in her mouth and said, Oyibo Gogoleshu. I'm telling you, fine. I almost jumped on that. Whoa, mo rò pé mi mo ya wèrè láti bí 20 years. The man sọ pé Oyibo Gogoleshu. So long story short, yeah.
Yeah, that's learning for you. When you touch the touchstone of his heart, he will go on and on. Thank you so much. And I still have something to do. I still have few questions to I mean, whatever it takes today, please bear with us. I want you to listen to this.
Backbiting. Then again, I can't. So yeah. Oh, walk on, let's go, baby.
I looked in the playlist in the jazz line. I didn't see Daniel Wilson. I was looking for Omolara.
The voice you heard, we're featuring with the rapper there, or what do you call it? The rapper by Rubber Dub Master there, Daniel Wilson. Is Lemmy Karaoke itself singing Omolara. This is like in the 90s.
1992. That's 34 years ago.
92. Have you made any other ones since then?
I've made some, but they never came to light. They've not come to light yet.
Wow. Two days ago, I found myself singing. I was singing it for the whole morning. I said, why am I singing this? There's a feeling you in your Pan Africanism. There's this hunger for people to work together, to have one mind, to be compassionate to one's cause, to see others as equal, people, as kid and kid.
Yeah.
Do you feel a sense of that now, or you are still dejected with the level of things in terms of this emotional connection with ourselves?
No, I still feel strongly about that. I feel strongly about collaboration, especially African people need to work as a collective. It's easy for us to be so-called great individually, great individuals at pockets of greatness. That doesn't move a race forward. Yeah, if we can be great as a collective, look at the Jews, the Jewish example. So I know definitely the reason, but sometimes apologists for colonization, when you say slavery, mental slavery, colonialism, everything, miseducation, they'll say, we are playing victim. And that can be very annoying because it's pure stupidity. It's like a rape victim. Most times a girl or lady is raped, she's even ashamed or afraid to say it because victim shaming is like the default. It's terrible for human beings to think that way. So for me, any opportunity I have, I collaborate, and I've been very blessed with this social media thing. And sometimes I look like if Africans don't eventually get conscientized or mentally liberated with this social media, then we are done for good, because there is there's the sharing of information that has been hidden for centuries from us. So you can get them if you are looking for such content on social media. So I'm very consistent on Instagram also. I have about 13,800 followers on Instagram, and believe you me, it's like 98% are Gen Zs, millennials. I get calls or communication with them regularly on a regular basis. Like presently, I have 5 album covers to do right now, and 3 Gen Zs from the US, Nigerians abroad, and trust me, I'll preach them. I was speaking with a big Soppy, that's his stage name, last night, to do a cover for him, and he was talking about how he will manage to save and pay me something, because I wouldn't like to do anything for free at this stage in my life. If free, people don't appreciate free. So it doesn't matter if you're paying a token. That token will take care of some bills for me. And then he agreed that he will be saving every Friday. They collect their salary on Fridays in the US. And he said, sir, I'm just washing bomb here. And I said, thank you for being honest. Then I said to him, tell him about loss yoko. I said, so be saving. You can build a house here, start a business here, mark your time. And he's even been there for like 7 years. I said, mark your time, like 10 years. I'm coming back home to be. I said, look at the Chinese, look at the Indians, look at the So I always do that preaching. And these people contact me and they say, sir, we are a legend. We will we don't like they'll be talking. And my head is swelling. But one important thing, my nature comes to play. When they contact me, I respond. Like not this young, another one. There are so many. We were chatting on Instagram, and I said, I can't discuss my business here. I said, we need to have a call. So I said my number. No, I didn't say my number. I said we need to have a call, and I stopped the chat, and he called me right on Instagram. I was surprised. That's about 5 days ago. I didn't even know Instagram has called. Yeah, I'm used to WhatsApp and all that. I've not given him my number. I just called, and as he called, what's his name now? He's an able young man. He's 30 years old. He's playing exact music like Osita Osadebe.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I will show you after it's on my phone. All this on my phone. So he just called me immediately. So I answered. He said, I just gambled. I said, I'm answering you. I said, it shows. He said, I hope you are not displeased that all these big stars celebrity. I said, I'm not a celebrity. I said, me, I deal with people on a normal level. I'm a humble person, and my role is to connect because I need to share. We need to share our own narrative by ourselves. So we started talking, and he was so excited. He said that he's been so inspired by my work that he even designed his own album cover, and he showed me. We did a video call immediately. He showed me reminiscent of Osadebe's covers that I did, and he brought 3 Osadebe covers, showed me, and the back cover I used to do all those patchy things. So I told him those days it was all by hand, and he said he loved it, and then he sent his music. It was sounding like Osadebe exactly, and he's just 30 years old, and I felt pleased like, whoa, he's in Tennessee, and I said, wow, you are doing this. I said, you are old soul. I said, big up. So I started talking to him. Then I said, you are a ninja. I said, please don't use that word nigga. I said, it's stupid. A slave is a nigga. I said, how can somebody curse you and you are cursing yourself? And the young man said, he did like this. You know, Ninja. He said, he said, sir, it's true. I would never use that word too. I said, please. I've spoken to some of these Nigerian stars, but I don't want to mention their names now. I've been pushing for that. I said, we are African ninjas. We are ninja warriors. Look at the Japanese. The anime ninja. You have to present yourself. You call yourself my nigga. I said, sorry. How can you call yourself?
Or dog. Big dog.
Beach.
Or beach.
It's only our race. So I'm happy with what is happening right now. Okay, I'm happy. So I have opportunity to share, and I've been seeing, getting connected to like-minded young people because they are the next generation. We have to pass the baton. I've been gone for 29 years, but I'm still on the run.
Still,
so I need to pass on to.
You saw all the eras. There was Baba 70. Now you are Baba Lemmy 70.
Yeah.
Let me prick you a bit. Just as life is, it cannot all be rosy.
No,
it cannot be good.
Then that's not life.
So in life, there are certain issues, there are certain experiences that have pained you, that you would like to otherwise happen. Like, I wish you could have gone this way. So in the 70 years of your life, which should I say dark side of your life, you want to share with people? So don't go this way, or take your time in this way, or don't do this way. I did it and it was wrong, or I found out it was wrong, and all that. You want to really feel at ease to share.
I definitely would love to share a lot of things about my life to help other people because I love documentaries a lot. I love biographies a lot because every life has its own tale. Every life has its up and down, light and dark, but it's part of life. It's part of life. There's nothing wrong with it. So when you gather an experience that is contrary to what you expect, you dust yourself, pick yourself up, and start all over again. So things have happened, even in my field, in my job. Sometimes on 3 occasions, my business had gone bankrupt. Yeah, but I picked myself up again. So when I talk to people, I don't really like saying young people because people is people. Age is just a number. Sometimes you see a young person that is so wise, and sometimes you see an old person that is so stupid. And so it's not about age. So everybody needs a lesson to learn from. So I share generally. So those that kind of dark eras, it doesn't touch me because I know about life, and I have like a buffer for it. The irony of all is I was saying somebody recently. I said it's little things, little irritations that affect me emotionally more than deep ones. The deep ones, immediately I'll just meditate, I'll just swallow it. I said I'm good with that. So I don't have any bad feelings towards any experience or those
Or
who
regret and all
yeah
that.
regret. At a point in time, when I was doing my printing business, I ran a printing business for 25 years. There was a time that I was traveling outside the country more often. I handed over the business to a young man that I trusted. But at the end of the day, it's like to swept the carpet off my feet. I fell, bam. You understand?
Oh.
And some people were so angry, like, you have to. I said, mm-mm-mm. I started reflecting on the positive. I said, this young man worked very hard. In my absence, he was handling business well. And anyway, he got sharp at the end. I said, but he really worked hard. I said, it's okay. And that's the thing. So, talking about relationship or partnership or so-called married and so on, yeah, was with my partner from when we were very young. Yeah, so we lasted 45 years, but we had to part ways after 45 years. Though painful, but no big deal. I don't hold any grudges. I'm moving on my life. I'm moving already. So I stayed like 4 years, like a bachelor. It was tight. And I'm a realist because society tells too much lies. Oh, human society. Hey, 90% of the misinformation is based on lies. Lies. Lies and lies and lies. And sometimes you wonder why do human beings behave like this? Okay, look at the war going on right now.
Yeah.
Look at the war. It's all lies that's going on. Propaganda. Somebody will just sit down and determine, oh, this person has something.
Yeah, that's
profitable to me. Not even dangerous. Profitable. It's not the that one is a cover up.
I want to seize it.
They want to seize something. And you are doing it. Yes. And these are the so-called Western civilization. These are the people that we look up to, like they are great, they are better. They are not. Because if we did that, you know how we would destroy ourselves. Like, that's evil. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's how life is. So after 4 years, because of my pattern of life, I've been in the industry. I'm exposed when it comes to the opposite sex, girls. That one 15 a dozen. But I never indulge. Even the time I was with fella, I didn't indulge. It's my nature. I just So imagine 4 years, body no be wood. We just deceive ourselves. You understand? Because I will even say it. I was doing masturbation to hold myself and also to keep myself from danger. Because if I didn't hold myself, I may end up having many wives even. So after like 4 years, I was just feeling like I needed somebody. I went on Tinder, the dating app. Maybe we're sharing life story. Because me, I'm not a pretender. I'm not into religion or something. I'll not be lying and pretending like I'm holy ghost. What is not natural. We pretend and want to say something. When people want to talk about sex, it's a taboo. How can a natural thing be a taboo? You just need guidelines and guidance. You understand? I had an American family come and stay with me. A lady friend of mine in the US came with the husband and the 2 children. They stayed 5 months with me.
Wow.
So they will go on date nights, leave their children with my son, to take care of. They even paid. Like how they do in US. They say, okay, we'll pay you, take care of our children. We are going on date. And they say, Uncle, let me. You don't have a girlfriend. Let's go. You're just. They said, have you tried Tinder? I said, what's Tinder? They showed me. They said, that's where we met. I said, oh, really?
Wow.
That's big ups to Deborah Dauda and Everett, Alexander. We don't know who we hear this. Yeah. So they say, no, you can't just be like this. You just get old. Loneliness is another thing. Emotional vacuum too. That's the real nature of human beings. That's how we are supposed to be. So I tried Tinder. And I was looking like, let me not just start, misbehaving because I had a few options. I just said, no, I need someone. And we worked towards it and I got someone. So it's almost 2 years now.
Wow.
So I have a very young lady. And I used to see my hair. And she would just say, I know you are 70. Me, I cannot be 70, but you are still young in your move. Say, but I need to package you. You have to come to my level. So this morning, before I left, she did proper. That's how I forgot my cap. So that's life. Yeah, that's life.
Wow. We have about very few minutes more, and I want to ask this as a wrap up. You don't like looking back. You don't regret. You don't do. I mean, yeah.
No, I don't mind looking back, but
you don't want to dwell on it.
Yeah,
and let it determine your future.
No, I don't have regrets. Yeah.
Now, if you can encapsulate everything like 2-3 minutes. You've always been conscious of a better Nigeria, a greater Nigeria, and citizens performing their roles well and all that. Now, within the space that we are in now, things are difficult for a lot of Nigerian families.
Very difficult.
The political space, the social space, the economic space, the financial level, and everything is just somehow. Based on what you have lived through, you have worked for like 54 years, self-employed over these years. You have never been employed, and so to speak.
No 9 to 5.
And so how will you advise Nigerians struggling at this time? What would be your advice for them?
My advice is this slogan: know thyself. That's the foundation that we miss from day one. So if we know who we are, in essence, we're able to listen to the still small voice within. We have racial memory from the past. That's where reincarnation comes into play. It's a cycle. We come and go. It's like school. So if you don't make your grades, you retake the class. Imagine somebody retaking a class. Definitely we have residue of the former lessons. So if you connect to your inner being, you find your calling, something that you are passionate about. The universe, okay, let's use the word God now. God gives everybody a gift to come to the world. It's like a tool. It could be a weapon, like Fela's music is the weapon. So if you find it, start to hone that skill, build it up gradually. When you're honing the skill and you are meticulous and you are consistent, people will always find you there. That's how you become a brand in that little thing. Brand is not a big word. It's what people know you are. You a vulcanizer on the street corner. The first day you'll be there, 2 days, 3 days, somebody will come. Another time, the person may see somebody that needs the tire fix. Say, oh, there's a vulcanizer in that corner in Allen Avenue.
Good, yeah.
That's the thing. That's how life is supposed to be normally, if not for the miseducation that we go through because of the matrix. So that's how you build up. Then you get to harness that eventually and start to monetize it. It's a natural process. But when you miss it, it looks like too complicated. It's not complicated. And Nigeria, places in Africa are more central to someone trying to build up, to make progress, because we have a lot of challenges. So what's a business? You offer solution to the problem of society. Look at what Chinese people are doing. Chinese people don't need a inverter. They don't need a standing fan that uses what they call it, charging. They don't need it. Generator, they don't even need. You understand? But they know that we need. Do you know this electricity situation we are in right now? Last week, online, because I buy things online too now. You know, it's very interesting. Young people, I say, you people, you don't know what you are enjoying. So I saw advert for a lantern, rechargeable lantern that you charge like a phone. It's a lantern, but it's not it's not a bulb, and the design is like a lantern. When you pull it up, you know the old lantern. Exactly. So I charge it. So when inverter goes off, NEPA goes off, before we put on generator sometimes. So I have the lantern at home now. I just pull it. Sometimes I'm tempted, I'll feel like it will be hot, but it's not hot. So that is creativity. The Chinese have become producers for everybody in the world. The so-called America with all their shakara. iPhone that everybody is dying for, it's made in China now. So that's in Nigeria. That's why I use the example of those ladies on Your View. Practical examples. It's not theoretical. You understand? So this is where you can make it. And if you are a real human being, ọmọ onílé ọmọ lọ́nà, wàá make it, wàá máa lọ travel, wàá máa lọ holiday, wàá lọ fún vacation. Ìyẹn làdúrà tó yẹ kí o máa gbà kéye pé kí o lọ ṣẹrú nínú onílù. Don't go and be doing second slavery, voluntary.
Baba, let me change to local language. Our natural language. Thank you so much. Let me karaoke. The world, as they say, world famous album cover designers and all that. I know he's won many awards, both here and abroad. He has fronted for many international exhibitions, and we are proud and glad to have him still with us in Nigeria. You know, he has not abdicated and jackpot.
Fela died here. Mr. died here.
But at a long time, he will live very long. Thank you so much. Let me Harioku for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Very interesting.
This definitely is going to be one of my most favorable days this year.
Well, hopefully, we'll not wait for your 71st before we call you again to hear from you.
Anytime.
Yeah, it's great to have.
I'm so excited.
Let me Harioku here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
And this is how we end it. We are not able to take any other your calls on the Niger Trends. We'll start next week and return next week.
Anyone that wants to reach out, you can just check Lemi Garioku on Instagram.
Okay.
That's the name, Lemi Garioku.
Yeah, just type Lemi Garioku. Garioku spelled GHARIOKWU, and you will have him. And he's a people's man. And I'm happy to have known him with my family and his family for 37 years. And we continue to live long and well. Thank you, Lemi, for sharing your thoughts with us today. And out there, listen to his word. Remain yourself. Brand yourself. And monetize what you have branded. And it will be well with you. We'll see you next week. By His grace. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Dad, look up. Oh, let me look up.
Okay.
Anything you photo, you don't look at the camera.
I'm doing work.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Let me think.